Hey friends and viewers, what's going on? I decided to make a League of Legends series. Well, I've been making one on this channel, but I'm calling it League of Hengest. I was thinking, seriously, I sat down for like a half an hour. I'm like, God, I gotta come up with a title for this show or this series. And I was just like, man, whatever. Why don't I just call it League of Hengest? You know, like Alpha Druid mode, Hengest Nidali GG. Why not? So there you have it. I've actually made it into a legitimate show. And I'm gonna be playing a variety of different champions. Obviously, Needley's my main character. She's my strongest build. I'm just good with her, but I'm working on a lot of different champions. So here's where I'm gonna like post my practice matches, basically commentate on my my strategy, my learning experience with a new champion. And I'm not sure if I'm going to duplicate these posts on TGen or not. Either way, the videos will vary. So, I hope you enjoy this one, guys. It's a really strong match. I'll just give you a little spoiler alert and say, well, I kick ass. So, I'm playing Summoner level 16. These opponents are not, not high skill level by any means. But this is my bracket. I'm not smurfing or anything. For those of you who don't know me, I played a little bit of Dota back in the day. Well, maybe kind of a lot. Not really a lot of Dota. But I've been playing in the upper brackets in League of Legends since I started. So, I'm quite a bit better than the people in my bracket, to be honest. So, I hope you enjoy, guys. Let me know in the comments below which champions you want to see me try. I'm considering buying Riot points. And of course, thumbs it up. Show your support for Hengest. Go to TGN, the League of Legends show. I post there quite a bit. Let me give you a link right now. And just enjoy the match. Alright, friends and viewers. So we have reached approximately the 6-minute mark. I've just unlocked my ultimate Cougar form. Doing some insane burst damage to that Corki there. He's flashing away. Javelin would not have killed him, but the minion meat shielded him regardless. As I previously stated, I don't really like to play the replay footage in real time until the game starts to get interesting. Oh, a flash offensively, pounce into swipe and takedown, tower diving that Corki really early in this game. That is how I like to play, guys. I really dislike it when my opponents hump their towers, play overly defensive. It's very frustrating for me to encounter somebody like that. I'm not accusing this Corki of doing that, but that sort of aggressive play is exactly the kind of behavior I like to put into this game. I'm overly aggressive. I play dangerous. I'm not oblivious. It's just that I'm not really pushed back by the possibility of a gank necessarily. I mean, I keep an eye on the minimap and all that stuff. But in reality, I really just want to play this game to get killing blows. So I will sacrifice my own death to tower dive and kill somebody if it's worth the gold. Unfortunately, that wasn't first blood, even though it probably should have been. It was still worth that 300 gold nonetheless. Now I'm free to rain here in the mid. Oh, here Alistair's come in a little bit too early before his Corki could get back in position to gank me. I think he tried to headbutt me there. Missing either, or just trying to get in position. I'm not really sure what his deal is. Regardless, I am in a defensive position to deal with a 2v1 in a lane. Guys, once you unlock the cat form for Needly, your farm is so very strong. A lot of people don't know that the pounce ability, that's the W for the cat, does AoE damage on impact. So you combine that with a swipe, and it's a really strong burst. And you also use that same rotation for single point damage as well. I just missed that Corki. At this point in the game, before I can acquire some ability power, it is kind of, I don't know, it's not really an intelligent use of mana to be spamming javelins at my opponents. I could pretty much just focus on sustainability by using my mana for heals instead. But again, that just goes back to me being a rather aggressive player. You can see me even taking some hits from that Corki deliberately to get off those last few minion kills. There was a full range javelin on the Corki. Corki's a pretty weak AD character in terms of defense. So I mean, those javelins do some pretty significant damage to him. But against more tanky champions at this point in the game, javelins really should only be used for harass, with the exception of, you know, having the mana to do it, not compromising your own healing ability. He just got hit again by another javelin. Now, that's classified under harass, but now the javelin is really starting to get to this Corki. He's taken too much damage, and now I'm in a position to go in for another killing blow if I can get him just a little bit lower. Down south here, we have Kale and Teemo pushing down that tower. They're actually playing rather offensive, rightfully so, after getting our tower pushed down a little bit there. This Corki seems to be mostly out of mana. Man, my farm is like top notch right now. We got 50 farm. Corki's got 48. I guess maybe not top notch, but I mean, I'm rather weak in caster form in the beginning stages of the match. It's just like a standard for me. Nocturne goes down there in the jungle, looks like. But once I unlock the cat form, I really have my farm down. I'm just good at it. I know how to position myself. I've got that pounce pretty much, well, not mastered, but I'm pretty damn good at that pounce, so I can use it effectively to deal damage, not just move around. And I haven't played with Needlies that can compete with the amount of farm I can do in cat form. So I would say my early game could use a lot of work, but my meta game and end game is really strong, especially at this bracket. Now I'm not the kind of guy that goes around and boasts about my skills, at least not in a serious manner. But I like to think that I'm getting pretty good at this game. I'll leave that for your opinion when you see this match. I tried to pick a match that displayed, you know, some good tactics, some good gameplay. Here I'm going in for a gank on this Aurelia. Now, if I remember correctly, I let my cautious side get the best of me. This plays on the fact that I really like to play offensively, and I should have just stuck with my instincts and just went balls to the wall on this Aurelia. The headbutt from the Alistar combined with that exhaust really kind of scared me off when I could have gone in for the killing blow on that Aurelia. She was kind of moving away, and I can pretty much tolerate Alistar's damage. He didn't even polarize me there, so I could definitely have gotten that Aurelia had I been more aggressive. It's just a little something to look back on. I mean, you play these matches and you think you're doing really well, and then you watch the replay and you're just like, oh man, I could have capitalized right there. Corki's pushing down mid tower a little bit. I'm not happy about that. But I really want to get that Aurelia, and at that point I just realized that there's no way in hell I'm going to get her. She's used a healing potion. She's now at 50% HP, and she's tower humping, so forget it. Wasting my time there, not getting experience. I'm going to try to get the drop on this Corki. That javelin was well placed, but unfortunately that super minion, or I don't know what you call these things. They're not super minions. That's like a large minion. Pathing is rather big. Maybe I'm gunning for this minion. I don't know. I'm just kidding. There's no way I was gunning for him. That was just 2 bad tosses in a row. Laying down the pressure on Corki. He's using his defensive flash to get out of that. He doesn't have the ability to kill me as long as my mana is, you know, significant. And because I take clarity, that is such a powerful summoner spell for Needly, simply because you can take that damage as long as you have mana. Like, if you play defensive enough, there's no way in hell a Corki should be able to close quarters on you and kill you in a solo lane. Here we got a Kali trying to escape. Maybe not escape. Maybe she was going in for a gank or something. I have no idea. She had her health pot active after taking down the 2 people bottom lane. Bottom lane has been feeding quite a bit. But I intercepted her very well. I didn't know exactly where she was, but I knew she was definitely in position to get killed. And so that was a little bit lucky, I have to say. But it was executed really well nonetheless. That pounce was right on target. So that's 2 kills for me now. At this point in the game, the 13-minute mark, 2 kills is pretty good for Nidalee. If I'm mid laning, that's about average. So at this point in the game, it's not like I'm mega confident about being able to really kick things into gear just yet. But I feel confident in my my skill advantage over these players I've been encountering. You can see that Corki definitely stepping out of position with that trap debuff on him. The javelin actually deals significantly more damage. He made a misstep there. I used the clarity to get my mana back, flashing into this bushes over here to avoid the Akali. A little bit of a joke there. Oh, just missing the Akali with a javelin. She looks like she wants to come over here and see if she can find me in my jungle. Really, that's not a good choice on her part. If you're facing off against an Nidalee, you always need to keep in mind that the brush is a huge advantage for your opponent or for you if you're playing as Nidalee. Wow, that was a nice javelin, dealing a lot of damage to the Corki. I still don't have any ability power items, but the javelins are starting to deal a lot of damage. Anyway, as I was saying, if you're going to pursue a Nidalee when you know bushes are nearby, you need to be confident that you can capitalize on the kill. Meaning the Nidalee needs to be low on health, because more often than not, you're just not going to catch her. And that's an understatement. I mean, it's very occasional you'll catch a Nidalee in a bush. Period. Simply because of the Prowl ability, which increases her movement speed by 15%. At this point in the game, I have my boots and I have Prowl and Cat Form. That's 3 different movement speed increases. When I'm in that bush, you can see she starts to sprint when she gets in the bush. And that's just a huge thing, a huge advantage that you need to exploit. I think the Akali just flashed right there, tossing a javelin in the bush to make sure she's not waiting for me. And there she is. She's going back a little bit, using another healing potion. I'm fully confident I can push her back even more. I'm not sure if she realizes I just went into the bush, but either way, she got caught out of position. Using her invisibility there, nicely done. I'm kind of just taunting her a little bit. I'm trying to get her to come out of that invis, but I know she's not going to. Here we go. Oh, that Teemo just got totally drilled by those 2 players. Jack's way overconfident, not realizing that the swipe is a cleave ability, not that he could have killed me regardless. And there we go. That is a nice double kill. That was a huge pickup. Jax was worth 432 gold at that point in time after killing the bottom lane here a couple times. He is now 5-1-1. He is definitely fed, but now so am I. So, Nidalee, actually, Jax is one of the harder characters to deal with as a Nidalee, simply because of his charge, his jump ability. He's just fast as hell, man. He's got that jump and he's got a stun. You got to be really careful when you face off against a Jax in any 1v1, really. So at this point in the game, I kind of have the foresight to realize, yeah, the Jax is a pretty good player. It's probably going to be me and him trying to carry our teams here. So I'm going to itemize to try to deal with him as best as I can, which for the most part just means I need to keep my movement speed up and make sure that I have enough mana and ability power to heal through his damage while I kite him around the map. So that's my idea going into this match right now. I can see this Corki has definitely overextended himself. He's going to attack this tower. I'm going to get a full range javelin on him with my needlessly large rod and the blasting wand. Now that is a lot of ability power. He does not have the ability to deal with that right now. I'm going to chase him down. I'm going to toss a javelin as he's trying to run back into his tower. Really nice kill. There was nothing he could have done to avoid that. He used his flash. He did come back a little bit to try to deal a little bit of damage to me. Just overconfident in his movement speed, and he just came back to bite him in the ass. That was actually funny. He said, "Racist arrows." This player, Fat Cat Hat, he makes some pretty funny remarks worthy of recognition throughout the course of this match, claiming that my javelin is in fact a racist object, and for some reason I'm gunning after him. I don't know, what is Corki? Is he like a dwarf or a gnome? He's not a dwarf. He's pretty small. I'd classify him as a gnome, which is true. I totally hate gnomes. I am totally racist against gnomes, and I will openly admit it. Okay, taking a lot of damage from that tower. If that Alistar had actually pulverized me, if he had the mana to do so, I could have been in a very dangerous position right there. It just so happened that he was out of mana. I did not factor that in when I chose to tower dive that Aurelia. So that's definitely something to be careful of. Alistar is very powerful when you use him in tower range. He will pulverize you. He'll move back and he'll headbutt you back into the tower. If he had managed to pull that off on me, I would undoubtedly have died there. This is Kali sees me trying to steal their blue. She's going to try to jack it from me. I'm going to take it with a nice auto attack. Oh, very nice play. Hit her with a javelin. Fortune comes in, tries to jack the kill. In fact, she does jack the kill. Aurelia finishes off Fortune. Nocturne comes in to help me finish off Aurelia. I think he might have even ignited her, right? No, he doesn't have ignite. I managed to pick that kill up. I'm pretty happy about that. I mean, the Nocturne, he seems to be a decent player, but at this point, with 6 kills, it's best if I just get fed and, you know, really boost up my ability power. This Corki tries to prevent me from teleporting back. He really ought to have learned his lesson by now. He does manage to kite me into the tower a little bit, baiting me a little bit, but that javelin was just too much for him. That dealt so much of his HP pool. The Alistair comes in to try to fix me off for a kill, but I have a heal just in time. Another full range javelin on the Alistair's grill. He has no MR right now. Nocturne is all up in his grill cooking a burger. Alistair is forced to use his ultimate and get back in tower range to survive that. I am dangerously low on health here. That Akali is hot on my pursuit. I just nailed her right there with a javelin, and she is way too low on health to finish me off. A worthy effort, though. That was definitely a kill steal there by Nocturne, but I appreciate his assistance there regardless. Now that I have this blue buff, I can keep my HP up all the time. I don't need to go back unless I need to buy items. So throughout the course of this match, you're going to see me try to keep up blue buff as much as I can. This is a new strategy I'm going out of my way to try, simply because blue buff is so very, very powerful for Nidalee. Why is that? Because she's such a versatile character. She can heal herself, deal crazy ability power damage in cat form and at a distance. If you can get blue, then you can guarantee her sustainability 24/7 as long as you play defensive enough. Here I'm going to go back to finish off my death cap at the 20-minute mark. I actually could have had it around the 18-minute mark. So I'm going to get the death cap right now. That is going to put my ability power up to 241 at 20 minutes in. So I'm definitely fed right now, guys. I got that double kill. I killed that Jax. Awarded me almost 500 gold. I am just totally in a position to deal with these guys right now. You can see that Fortune got picked off. Alistair getting drilled by that full distance javelin, taking insane damage now. Teemo going to finish him off. I'm going to chase down this Akali, who has yet another health potion active. Look at the burst damage. That was a pounce swipe takedown combo on Akali. Dealt about 50% of her HP. And TJ and Hengest is godlike. Oh man, do I miss that? The Dota guy's commentary voice. I totally do. Regardless, I am now 8-0-3. Really, really strong score at 21 minutes into this game. My items are rocking shit right now. Ability power, insanely powerful. The only person I really have to deal with is Jax and Alistar. Everyone else, I mean, I'm confident I can take them, even in a team fight scenario. My farm is really exceptional. Corki actually has a higher farm than me as well. We were mid laning together, which is understandable, but I like to think my farm at this point in the game is pretty damn solid. It gets better. Here I can see that this Corki got warded by my traps. I'm going to go in there and try to kill him. He does his little flyover ability on top of me, gets away, and I jump that ridge. Corki trying to chase me, such an unwise choice. He doesn't know that I'm going to heal. With that amount of ability power, I can heal so much. Teemo, terrible positioning right there. Getting crucified by Aurelia and the Jax. I'm not worried about those two jumping me while I'm next to this tower whatsoever. But those two characters, I mean, Aurelia is very tanky. Jax is pretty tanky as well. He's definitely going, looks like AD. Well, right now it's hard to tell. He's a little bit tanky with a hybrid item. We'll see. I forget what he goes for, but I know that he ends up doing some pretty crazy ass damage. But those two are pretty damn tanky. It's going to be tough to take those two down in a team fight, which is why we probably want to focus the Akali or the Corki, simply because they're such easy targets and they'll be dealing higher damage. Up top we have Fortune pinging on these four pushing top. We have Alistair, Akali, Jax, and Aurelia. Looks like we're going to lose this tower. It's about at mid health right now. I decide to stay bottom, farm up. If I can get more items and maybe trade a tower with them, that'll put us in a better position for victory. Now at this point in the game, I'm doing very solid, but I am worried my team is just not up for winning this match. That was a nice fortify, nice defense there by the team. KO coming in just in time to support those two players. I want to trade this bottom tower. I know that they're probably going to come for me as soon as I get to it, but I'm confident in my movement speed, as well as warding these gank areas here. I don't know what we called that in Dota, but whatever. I'm warding the jungle with my traps. In the event that one of them decides to jump the gun on me, I can get a head start on my escape. Really just waiting for my pounce and swipe there to clean up those ranged mobs. Looks like we got the better of that exchange in this team fight down here. Teemo's very low on HP. He needs to get the hell out of there. Looks like Corky's low as well, but unfortunately I can't see what's going on up here. There's no health bars. Aurelia takes down the Fortune. Nocturne goes in for the kill on Alistair. He does succeed on that. Getting exhausted and gang banged by 3 players. Nocturne goes down. I take down Akali on bottom who tried to stop me, as well as push that tower. Now the team fight just took place up here. That was an even exchange, but I killed the Akali down bottom, and now I am free to push this tower back to the inhibitor if I can. Again, having that blue buff makes my sustainability almost overpowered, guys. I mean, look, I can heal myself so easily, and man, I don't use mana to deal damage in cat form, which is how I push these lanes. Needly is just so strong if you can get that mana regen and all that ability power. It's no wonder why she's top ban on a lot of ranked matches. I like to think that I'm getting pretty damn good with the hero, and I can already see why people would ban her. Simply because if put in the right hands, she can become a support and AP carry. It's that extreme. Like, she can fulfill 2 roles. As you're going to see me do in this match. Now, Akali's getting pretty hasty. She wants to kill me. I decided to take a turn here, get the extra movement speed from that bush, just give me an edge, jump the jungle, get the extra movement speed from the bush again, keep pouncing. I'm going to jump this ridge again, and there I successfully evaded 3 players who should definitely have killed me. Jax was in position to jump me. I think he was, perhaps a little bit out of range, but that was a flawless escape. Not even having, well, flash was on cooldown, but I never would have had to use it, simply because I was relying on my movement speed in those bushes as well as pouncing in and out of the jungle. Now, the opponents are pushing very strong mid, and they're also going to go up top to gank this Kayle. I trust her to realize that they're coming for her, but I don't think she does. Yeah, she needs to get back, but it's too late now. Jax is already on her tail. There's no way she's going to get out of that one. Farming up, defending mid tower a little bit. Looks like 4 of them went up to gank the Kayle. That was totally unnecessary. Gonna jungle up a little bit, guys. I'm really after my farm in this match right now. You can see I pulled away from that. I pulled away from the Corki. I am now level 17. Their highest level is 14. I am just so dominant right now. 10-0-3. Able to ward that Aurelia with the trap, nail her in the face with a nice javelin. All 5 players are pushing mid lane right now. I need the support of my team. I cannot hold them off at this tower by myself, and there is my team in position to deal with this. I'm going to try to get off some lucky snipes, and yes, I nailed the Jax in the head with that javelin, almost full distance on that one, dealing some really strong damage now with this amount of ability power I have. 302 ability power. Alistair and 2 others are going to chase after me, and that's what I want them to do, so I can easily jungle in and out, give my team the advantage. It needs to deal as much damage as they can. Fortune overextending big time and getting taken down for it. Corky, man, you're being really gutsy, Mr. Romano. Teemo also being gutsy. Now, okay, looks like we have the advantage here. Their team is really hurting. Alistair healing up as much as he can. We also have the tower. Teemo's taking a lot of damage. What the hell kind of a javelin was that? I think that was a mistake. A bug, perhaps. I noticed there is a little bit of a bug. I'll go into that later when you toss these javelins. Basically, you try to cancel it with left click, and the left click actually launches the ability when it should cancel it. It happens from time to time. Looks like this is a really checkmate kind of an encounter here. Jax is going to come in and try to kill me. I pounce back into range of this tower. Alistair's getting pretty damn tanky. He's able to tank that tower really well. Also getting some MR, as you can see that javelin not doing enough damage. Teemo taking down the Akali. Jax coming in for the kill on the Kayle, but he's not going to do it. Oh, I take down the Jax. Doesn't look like Alistair's going to be able to get away. Even with his flash, he's going to get drilled by that javelin. No, the javelin misses. Golly, that was a total no skill kill that I should have had right there, and I totally fucked it up. I should have had that. Man, there's no excuse for missing that kill. I'm furious right now. I know I am. I'm going to chase down this Alistair and make sure that he can't get the hell away from me. I'm going to flash on him if I have to. Hitting him with that javelin, and that's going to be enough for me to finish him off in cat form before he can get reinforcements from his team. Overall, that was a pretty even exchange. We did lose our Teemo as well as our Kale in that fight, and we took down, I think, 3 of their players. But the Corki's kind of feeding a little bit, so some of the gold exchange is pretty even. Here I'm going to take their blue again. That's really my strategy right now, is mastering my sustainability so that I can master my farm, so that I can really, really pull ahead in terms of ability power in this match. Even taking their jungle to prevent them from catching up to me. Right now, I'm a little concerned that Jax is going to catch up to me. He's 8-3-3, and I do not want to deal with him in a team fight scenario, getting as strong as he will be. But he is only level 13, and I am level 17. So right now, I totally have this match around my finger. It's just up to me to exploit the ability power that my character has right now. I'm just really fed. And here you can see me playing really ballsy. I am taunting their entire team at their tower with javelins and just kiting them around a little bit. We'll see if it costs me. I'm able to get away really easily by just pouncing into these bushes. You can see how quick I move in cat form when I do that. This Corki has picked up a Guardian Angel. Is that what it's called? Yes, Guardian Angel. Probably because he's tired of dying. He wants to stop feeding. He wants to get his experience up. So if he dies in a team fight, he can get back into the action. I guess he has me to blame for that. I was picking on him a little bit early game. Seeing that Akali there, she's a little bit out of position. I'm going to try to chase her, realizing that she's a little too quick for me right now. Alistair getting really cocky, trying to take me out here. Pulverize, headbutt combo, headbutting me in the wrong direction. Waiting for his Akali to get back in position. I want to kill that Akali, but man, I get jumped real hard there. A flash into the pounce, down the ridge, into the bush to get that movement speed increase, and my golly, that was a really impressive getaway. That was a total juke. I have to say, it was really solid. Wow, that Akali got blown up really hard. Corki looks like he's going to go down here if I can hit him with a javelin. No, I'm going to go in for cat form. Probably catch up to him. My flash is off cooldown. Nice pulverized by the Alistair. Perhaps I'll catch up to him. He's got a Guardian's Angel anyway. Now he's in range of the tower. Oh, Corki. Oh, Corki. Come on, Corki. You know you want to get killed. So there I did a close range javelin, as well as it's just almost like an exploit that I discovered, where you can oh, come on, get the javelin on the Corki. You can throw a javelin and then immediately right click to attack your target, like a fraction of a second after you throw the javelin, and it will actually hit at the same time. So it's more burst damage, it's more damage you can get while you're in range of the character. It's actually pretty hard to do, but that's what I did to kill that Corki right there, and it really paid off. It's one of those skill cap types of things. Maybe I'll make a video about it later. This Akali here, she's super soft, stacking ability power. I could really, like, oh man, I could almost kill her in just 2 seconds or so if I can get a nice combo off on her. I'm just about ready to get my Lich Bane. In fact, I can buy it right now. I just want to get my farm up as much as I can and have the Lich Bane to engage in the next team fight. Lich Bane is extremely potent for Nidalee. Why is that? Because it's a hybrid item. It gives you MR, it gives you ability power, and it also gives you attack damage based on ability power. So say you're pouncing around, every time you use an ability, it will make your next auto attack a hell of a lot stronger based on your ability power. So with my particular build, it is so very potent in dealing burst damage. You can see that I just picked up my Lich Bane, and I'm going to go straight for my Darkling Staff after that. I see this Akali, she's trying to push top. I want to just, man, my frenzy's kicking in, and I just want to completely annihilate her. Looks like Jax is going up there to reinforce her. Teemo's got the place scoped out pretty damn well with his mushrooms. Thankful for that. Looks like Fortune overextending a little bit, getting taken out by the Aurelia. I'm still going top. I'm pretty sure I can take down those 2 players by myself. A little bit overconfident, probably. Messing around in their jungle by myself like this while we have 2 MIA. But you know what? If I can land the advantage strike on that Akali, I can pretty much guarantee she's going to die. Or at least have to flash out. But I don't find them. I'm just going to go in and try to defend mid lane. I was really, really out of position to defend with my team. They actually were able to get around me in the jungle. Ooh, Akali stepping on that trap. She's going to be in position for a 4-range javelin. There's the 4-range javelin. Oh my goodness, I'm going to pounce her in her own territory. You can see that she got warded by having that debuff from the trap on there, so I knew exactly where she was, and the pounce was enough to take her down. Jax really getting owned there by the Nocturne. Nice job by the Nocturne. Corki out of position again. Will I be able to kill him? Ooh, nice flash. I wonder if he saw me coming. That's probably coincidence. There you saw the nice little combo from the auto attack and the javelin hitting at the same exact time to kill that Corki. That's exactly what I was talking about. He's getting pissed off. Now he's saying choose. I'm not really sure what he means by that. It's like a riddle. But I'm fairly certain he's talking to me. I mean, how many times have I killed that poor guy? I'm now 14-0-5. The KD ratios for the teams are pretty much dead even. It's 30-29, indicated by the top right corner here. Team kills. So really, I am AP carrying my team right now, as well as filling in for the support role. That's what I talked about in the beginning of the video, where Nidalee, once you get to a high level of play with her, she is undoubtedly one of the most valuable champions in this game, because she's so damn versatile. Like, you can hybrid with her and fulfill every role. It's ridiculous. There we go, 4-range javelin on the Jax. You can see he's building up some MR. What's he got? Pretty tanky build. Well, no, not really any MR. He started off tanky and now he's going in for more of an AD kind of build. What is Alistair pulverizing over here? Minions? Smart. They are all MIA. I think they're in their base waiting to defend bottom tower. Yes, that is what they are doing. Corki barely getting away from that javelin. That would have taken probably half his HP pool right now. I really want to snipe that Akali. Ooh. No impact. Right now, I'm trying to find an opening. I'm trying to push, maybe pick off 1 or 2 champions to really push down a tower. But they're doing a great job of positioning themselves so that I can't do that. So I'm thinking, well, they got bottom lane pretty well guarded. I'm going to go mid, see if I can pick off a straggler, ward it up a little bit over here before I go. Knocking off Aurelia's Banshee's Veil there. I'm low on mana. I need that blue buff. Clarity's on cooldown. I can't stay here with no mana. So I'm a little bit worried about that. Looks like their team has been coordinating, getting these Banshee's Veils because of the Nocturne, but probably more importantly on my javelins. I've really been spot on with my skill shots in this game, and it's been dealing some really devastating damage to them in a way that they probably don't even realize. So here Akali is way out of position, getting really hit really hard there. I think Fortune landed 1 auto attack on her. You can see my auto attack enough to take down about 8% of her HP. I'm flashing, I'm pouncing, I'm trying to get the hell out of there. I just got exhausted. Alistair actually helped me with a headbutt in the wrong direction there. Wow, Jack's getting nailed by that javelin. I'm gonna try to save this Teemo. I just saved him, but he turns around and he's like, "Oh yeah, Hengest, let me get in there. Let me sacrifice myself, even though you sacrificed your positioning to save me." And he just goes and suicides. So not happy about that. Now I just got caught totally out of position, getting off a total clutch heal right there and actually getting headbutted in the opposite direction yet again by the Alistair. That is the second time he saved me right there. That was one close encounter with the third kind. Just kidding. Really close escape there. Now we are down on team kills. For as dominant as I've been this game, the teams are pretty much even. If they can manage to kill me, take me out of this match, that could spell disaster for my team. They could easily win the team fight and just really, push down an inhib or worse. It could be that devastating. Simply because we don't have a tank. We don't have an AD carry. We don't have anything really. Apart from Nidalee's support and AP. It's kind of just a carry. Here I'm getting caught way out of position yet again. I'm pouncing back into these bushes. Alistair does not save me that time. Nocturne trying to save me wasn't really necessary. They probably should have killed me there. If that Jax had jumped on me, I would have gone down. I'm getting really I'm going to have to, be forced into more of a defensive playstyle now. I've been close to death so many times. Fortune totally wasting her ult right there. She could have actually managed to kill 2 people perhaps if she had been in position for that. Trying to chase down that Alistair, but he's a quick son of a bitch. Nocturne gets in many ways. Jax is really low on health. Kale manages to snipe him out. I'm going to go in and see if I can't take down this Aurelia, but she's tower humping as I expected. Now we're going to be able to really push mid lane hard, breaking her Banshee's Veil. Now she's pretty much defenseless against what is about to run down this mid lane. Perhaps Corki can come in and try and save her. I'm probably going to toss Nocturne to heal. That tower goes down so quick. The inhibitor is so vulnerable right now. Just focus the inhib, Hengest. Get the hell out of there. Yes, there we go. We now have super minions mid lane, and we're even in a position to push even further. They've only got 2 players to defend right now. Akali's coming in 5 seconds. The others are quite a ways off, actually. Could push down one of these towers, but it doesn't look like my team is in. It wants to do that. 2 of them just teleporting back. Kind of a waste there. Bottom lane got pushed back to the base. Nothing to really worry about there. I want to steal their blue. I want their blue. I want that mana. So I don't remember if I get it. We got them playing defense mid lane. Now that they have those super minions pushing mid lane, it's gonna leave me able to really gank people now instead of having to worry about lane control. Here I'm getting the blue so that I can really roam the hell out of this match and try to win it pretty much single-handedly. Let's see how that works out for me. They're pushing mid right now. Alistar's looking actually pretty beast right now. For as much of a beating as he's taken. He's now got that's a thorn mail. You got to be careful now. Kale getting caught totally out of position. Nice reversal on that headbutt. Vayne using her ultimate on herself. I cannot save her there. There are 4 players. It would be foolish to try to tangle with that. Fortune is out of position here. I'm gonna try to reinforce her a little bit, but if she doesn't move back, then she's gonna die, and there's not much I can do about that. Getting stunned by the Jax. Nice support from the Fortune. Nailing Aurelia with a full range javelin. Nocturne getting pushed around a little bit. That was a better ultimate by Fortune, but still not the best. Nocturne using his ulti, trying to take down the Aurelia. Jax is way out of position right now. I want to go in there and I want to kill him. Look at this Aurelia. Look at this Akali. She's really low on HP. I want to pursue her, but I get stunned again. And now I'm starting to take some dangerous damage. Can I get her with an auto attack? Ooh, I miss with the spear. I was trying to do that combo again, but the auto attack is enough to take down that squishy Akali. She really needs some more HP, or at least some magic resist or something. Misfortune taking that kill on the who was that? Aurelia. Alistar being forced back into his base. Look at these 2 super minions now pushing. A lot of people don't know that super minions actually give us vision of the enemy's Cloud of War. So that is definitely something to consider, especially when it comes to pushing a base, prioritizing inhibitors for the future, and actually they are dealing really strong damage, even able to tank towers to a degree. The super minions are just so valuable. Exhaust on an Alistar. What the hell? Who used that? Total waste. Right now, I'm trying to. Maybe I'm playing around. If I were focusing the Nexus right now, in fact, it would have already been dead 3 times over if I were focusing the Nexus. I think I'm just kind of messing with these guys. I don't know. Looking back on it, it's kind of addicting to do, is to mess with people. But hopefully karma will come back and teach me a lesson for doing that. We'll see. But they're basically scrambling for their lives right now. They lost both towers at the inhibitor. This is a GG. In fact, this game has been over for about 10 minutes now. But there was a time there where they were really close at turning the tide, where I almost went down when their whole team was chasing me and they were in our jungle. If I had died there, they would have evened the odds. Team kills now pretty even this entire time. However, the spread is not even. The Jax and the Aurelia have been really carrying their team, whereas I've been totally carrying mine. So I'm going to go in here, try to pick off those 3 players that are low on HP. Getting a little cocky, trying to rub it in a little bit. I see this Akali, she's teleporting back because of the super minion, and I snipe her. That was pitiful. Such a dick thing to do. That was really mean, Hengest. I'm going to take down this tower. Jax is coming in from behind. I don't think I saw him. That's something to be cautious of. Jax is, well, he's pretty damn built right now. There he's offensively flashing on me. Was that a ghost? No, that's one of his items that increases his movement speed. Holy cow. Oh, mouse is going haywire. Oh no. Okay, there we go. I'm being chased by 3 players. Jax has really been able to pace with me this entire time. I'm confident I can get away from him. Just by healing myself, but I mean, look at his movement speed with his little dash shit. And now Alistair comes in for the headbutt, and that spells disaster. They finally got me after my reign of terror on this team, 17-1-7, but at what cost? Taking all of their defenses right there, and just allowing Fortune to push down their Nexus. You can see that they got pissed off at me. They wanted to take me down for, you know, basically passively mocking them this match. I apologize to you guys if you ever see this video for doing that. Good job on settling the score, but it did come at a cost. That was an excellent match. Great display of Needley's versatility as an AP carry / support. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Stay tuned for more. Subscribe to the League of Legends show on TGen, as well as check out my personal channel, folks. Go over to youtube.com/Neanderthal. I have my own League of Legends show that I post there for matches that may not be appropriate for TGN's channels. So I hope to see you guys in the near future. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.